All right, cool. So we're going to get started here. I'm assuming everybody has like checked in or tried to check in. I know it's like really broken. And cool. So if you haven't tried, scan in on the left. If you want to see all the links for us, like Discord and stuff, if you haven't already joined, go ahead and hit there. We do have a new link to add and we'll show it to you later. But let's get started. All right, here's what we're going to do. Talk about updates, news like we always cover, and then we're going to talk about some Recon stuff and do some resume workshopping because next week is, of course, career fair. So if you're applying for job school, if you're not there yet, like if you're a freshman and you're not ready to apply, you at least can get a good idea of what your resume might want to look like. And it's just a good starting point. All right, last week we did MHS CTF. Anybody have anything cool that they saw? Anything fun? It's still going on.
Does that take you from your
I don't know. The gift?
It might be a random gift from Google.
Yeah, I literally just go on Tenor, and I'm like,
Tenor.
Yeah. I mean, same thing, basically. Like, it's probably Google would redirect there. But the CTF that we were all doing last week, what everyone think about that? Anyone?
difficult?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those high school kids, I thought we were going to whoop their asses. Absolutely not.
Like, get into the admin, right? The admin keeps from, like, sending calls to it.
But it's fun. If you encounter a problem, you learn what to do. You just Google it.
Exactly.
You figure it out. You ask your friends, hey, how do I do this? We also did Dice Gang and Bite Bandits. That was fun. Dice Gang, Andres isn't here, but ouch.
That was kind of cool, actually. It was tough. They did have some pretty good challenges there. That, like, I learned a lot more. I didn't really finish any of them, but like just because of time constraints. But I know they had one web one, which like, wow, I just learned about a whole new vulnerability just going through it. But
CSP
it definitely wasn't. Was that CS?
Recursive CSP.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know that existed.
No, that was definitely knowledgeable to learn. So, I mean, those definitely a little above my skill level, but like, added some new vulnerabilities to look out for in my skill set.
Yeah, and honestly, that's all this is. You're not always going to know every single thing. You just want to make sure you're trying to learn. All right. So here's what's coming up. If you are interested in competing in CTFs, we have another one coming up this Friday. Those of you who were here last semester, we did, ACM After Dark. Same club. This is their harder CTF. So that's this Friday, LA CTF. I think it's like, 10 a.m. till Sunday or something. We also have NCAE Cyber Games, 10 days away. I think it's now 5 slots. We added one more earlier, but we can keep adding teams, but each team is limited to 10 people. If you're not aware of what this is, we are an NCAE school. That means the NSA has certified us for some stuff, and we'll be going against other NCAE schools in like a competition for cybersecurity. Very similar, but there's a lot to go on. Our team is like me, you, Andres, Giancarlo, were you in second or third at the CTF last? Second. Dope. And Chris. So join. If you're interested, just go into the Discord and you'll see a big old link in there, or a big old channel that says something like CTF teams or teams. Post in CTF updates, that's where it is. Post in there, let me know if you want to do the NCAE Cyber Games. It will represent our school. We're going against any other ones. I think Stevens is in there, so, be nice to fight Stevens. All right. Let's go to next. All right, news.
Oh, yeah. Where is it now?
The balloon's down.
It got shot over the Atlantic.
Yeah.
They were covering it and it just got sent to Quantum.
Well,
Nice.
why didn't they shoot it down earlier?
It's huge.
No, dude.
And also,
All the
didn't
Recon
want-
fall.
they didn't know what was on it. They don't want to send it over to populace because for all we know, there could be bombs on it.
Yeah.
Like the Recon also fallen can like cause like damage on the ground.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like so the one
Hey.
the Boeing 77 United, I think so, took off and like the engine blew up or something. Pieces like started falling out. I don't know when it was like 2 years.
I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like that, they don't want like the same thing if they shoot down a balloon pieces. It can cause can hurt people.
Yeah. So we'll find out more eventually. There's a lot of them around the world, and there's been a few over our country. They did hover around the Air Force bases. Italy lost their internet. Those of you who have VMware, update it. That's how they lost their internet. TIM, or I think that's who it was, their main provider, got exploited. And we also got attacked here in the States. Almost every NATO country, gee, I wonder who was attacking NATO countries, did that. So watch out for that. Five Guys got hit by ransomware. Who's attacking Five Guys?
Them fries are expensive, man.
Right, I bet they give you so
So
many.
when you said VMware, we had to
It's like
update
$20
like the
some
virtual
fries.
machine, like the.
If you have VMware, not VirtualBox.
Oh.
I have VMware.
Update
VMware
VMware.
I did yesterday.
Yeah, I think. Google the exact one. It was ESXi, I think. I said who's attacking Five Guys, but neo-Nazis are attacking power grids in Maryland 2-3 days ago. The biggest vulnerability, I think, is physical. And we saw that when they attacked that other power grid in the Carolinas to stop a drag show. They came in and shot it up, and they tried to do the same thing here. So our EC friends, hi, we might need you there. Industrial design who comes in every once in a while, we need you there because that's how you stop stuff like that. Also, intelligence, we should be watching out for stuff like that.
Exactly. No firewall is is more powerful than kicking the door down. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Good news. Finnish hacker got finished. Sorry for the pun. But they did leak 22,000 therapy notes online because they were mad. Okay. Binwalk, if you use Binwalk, I personally do. It's a great way to like extract files and stuff like that. Kind of like unzipping. It got a good patch. This is important. Just update your stuff. Basic stuff. Update it all. But anything else that we missed in the news? Because you might get asked this at the career fair, like, hey, what's going on? What do you think about this?
That's a new cryptography thing.
Who? NIST?
Yeah, pass.
What is it? Did you say ASCON?
Yeah. It's,
What's the bin wall?
Binwalk is a tool that you can use. Hold on.
it's the one I'm saying. It's selects lightweight cryptography algorithms to protect small devices. So basically for like internet.
All right. You can see I'm just Googling. See if we get the same thing. Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh, dope. Hey, new things. This is good news. Next year, I think, is when they're announcing their quantum framework. Ian, do you know?
When they're officially announcing it?
Yeah, I think we talked about this, and you had more.
I think it's been announced, and they're waiting, I think 2025 is the year that they're trying to require.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's been any updates on, I guess, the rumor that like China was able to, what's it called, crack like RSA 2048 encryption. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah.
Was that true or not? I don't know. I heard it was just a rumor, but we haven't really heard anything.
I thought there was more evidence for it.
Because if so, that's going to be, whew.
Yep.
Terrible.
Here we go. As of January 10, Chinese team insists they cracked 48-bit RSA using a 10-qubit quantum computer.
It does say insist. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when any other like country says they insisted they did things. Take it with a grain of salt, but I assume that it's true until we're proven wrong because like, right? Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, just use, I guess, 4096.
Yeah. I would assume anyway. Because screw it, better. Like, yeah, once quantum computers are like mainstream for everybody, which probably in a decade, not gonna matter.
We can own a quantum computer.
I mean, not right now. It's hella expensive unless you are really rich, in which case Nick is taking sponsors. But, yeah. All right, let's go back through. That's like basic news. If you guys have extra news, chuck it in the news channel as it pops up. It's a great way for us to all keep in like up to date. No one's expected to know all the news all the time or know everything. But let's talk about Recon. Who knows the cyber kill chain? All right. Cyber kill chain is basically what you're going to look at for any type of attack. And it starts with Recon. We already started doing it. OSINT, right? You're gathering data. MITRE, was it MITRE? No, Lockheed Martin did this. So, we're gonna walk through some of the tools for that. So Giordani's going to walk you through Recon NG, and that's from, what was the name? Black Hills?
Yeah, somebody from Black Hills is what, like they were the ones that developed it. So, I mean, no, it's definitely a really good tool to use. If you aren't familiar with what Recon NG is, it's essentially, I would say, like the Metasploit of reconnaissance. So it's a one framework where you can have basically all the tools you're going to need to do recon on some service, right? So usually if you guys do have like a Kali Linux or maybe even, Parrot OS virtual machine, it should already be installed on your OS. But yeah, it's definitely, this is going to be the first step that you're going to be going through when you're trying to actually pen test a service, website, server, anything like that.
Cool. So let's pull it up. If you have your virtual machines and you want to do this too, feel free. But we're going to go through that. And then I'll walk you through on the second part, OSINT for Recon. We already did OSINT when we were like, tell us about someone else in the room. But we want to show you how that's actually applicable in this case. Because it's one thing to know who your neighbor is, right? But it's another thing to know who your target is and where you would go for that info. All right, so I'm going to pull up the virtual box. Give me 1 second. I lost my mouse because it's like in 2 different screens at the same time. All right, so we're going to leave. Actually, I'm just going to close this out because there's nothing else here. All right, and having OBS up on the other screen is great because it shows me the mouse there too. All right, so you can either browse for it, like if you're on Parrot like I am, you can browse, you can hit applications and look for it under pen testing. And then I think info gathering and it's down here, or just Recon NG. And Giordani's gonna walk you through the rest and just stay here.
So once you opened up Recon NG, you're gonna see a nice little neat GUI right there. You'll see, it'll show you like the different modules, different things that you can do. So what we're going to do now, what you guys are gonna have to do is install these modules. So, if you're at this screen right now, run the command marketplace install all, and that should, install all the different modules you want to do to actually, perform your recon. And you'll see like, oh, now it's a bunch of things are installing.
Yeah.
So you can see Shodan is up there. Literally, Recon NG just compiles a lot of different APIs, such as Shodan, some different things that you're going to see here that we're going to demonstrate, and puts it all in one.
Yep.
One nice little neat framework.
Lots of.
The keys.
Not right now.
All right. So the first one module that we're going to look at right now is the Hacker Target API. So run a modules load, and then recon /domain-host. It's with an S. And then you have to do Hacker Target as well. So domain-host/Hacker Target.
Domains plural or host?
Host is plural as well.
Host and anything else after that?
/Hacker Target.
Any spaces?
No.
Like that?
Yep.
Perfect.
Now you just load it in the Hacker Target API. If you type in info, we'll get more information on this module. So it just uses hackertarget.com's API. You don't really need to use Recon NG for it. This is what we're going to use to, have easy access to all of them in one place. One thing that people use Recon NG a lot for as well is, automation as well. So, having this stuff all in one place, being able to run these simple commands is going to be really useful, especially like, if you're doing a pen test. But now that we're here, what website are we going to?
Let's start with us.
Want to do us?
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
NG.
Okay. So we're going to insert domains. Did I type it in correctly? Domains. There we go. Yep.
But that says insert.
Oh my goodness. I apologize. Domains.
Oh, okay. So here.
Okay. And now we'll do the domains. We'll do You said you wanted to do us, right? All right. I don't think there's too much, but let's see what information we can get.
NGIT ICC.
Yeah, that's our
Yeah.
website.
That's our website. That's what I'm putting there. So yeah, feel free to do our website, ngitIcc.com. Be careful which websites you're doing. This is only like passive reconnaissance, so it shouldn't really be too big of a deal doing another website, but still be careful. Is there any other websites you want to put there too? You want to put Google?
How about NGIT?
NGIT? All right.
Yeah, let's look at us. What does the school have?
Let's do njit.edu. Now that's there as well. Now we have those domains in. Let's hit it with a run. Okay, now we got the, now this is a bunch of stuff from NGIT.
And it was, sorry, Giordani, it was modules load, what was after that? Domains, right?
Yeah, I'll get the exact command. I'll put that in the chat actually to make it
He's gonna put the chat.
easier for you guys.
So these are all the servers
You wrote
associated.
it
Yeah,
down.
all the servers, all the different, subdomains as well from ngit.edu. I got you. If I could find my mouse.
Can you put that in the chat too, for me? Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Actually, let me know what
Hey,
I got
are
it.
you here for robotics or security? Yeah. Sorry, no us now. You want to hang out anyway?
All right, there it goes. That's the module you guys want to load. Modules load recon/domains-host.
And before that, Recon
Oh, before that? No, it was marketplace install all. Sorry. So yeah, make sure you do marketplace install all. We'll post these notes in the chat as well by the end of this meeting. So,
Copy, paste from the computer in.
oh yeah,
You
okay,
take over.
no problem.
where the modules load recon-domains.
Yeah, this is the second command after you installed all of the modules from the marketplace install all command. You can run a modules load recon/domain host hacker target. It's up on the screen if you guys can't see. I'll expand this a little bit to make it a little easier. All right.
Put this in resource.
Yeah, but he's gonna post the commands and resources as well.
How
So you
does
guys-
it go to hacker target again?
Sorry?
How does it go to hacker target?
Oh, I believe. Oh, that's just a profile that we created. If you're on the default one, it should still be fine.
I think so. I see it, but I don't know how to
Oh.
get to there.
Julie, thank you.
Yeah, no, hacker target. I believe that's just our module. I believe no.
Yeah, I see that option there, but I don't know how do I select it. Like it's giving recon, it's giving all.
Let me see. Real quick.
Sure. So I type domains host.
Alright.
I found this one right here.
So,
Wait, let me see what you said.
if you look in the resources channel, if you're a little lost, that's okay. Julie, thank you for posting that part. I'm gonna also add from Giordani and pertaining to Giordani. The first command, which is marketplace install all, because you'll need those installed first.
But yeah, now if you look in resources, I posted it.
And then run.
Yeah.
After,
No, you have to do load the module. So when modules
Julie
load.
posted
Oh, okay then.
and do, yeah.
I mean, these are all their services that they have that are public facing. A lot of these things we're not going to actually see. I believe if we do.
We tried to load them earlier, and they didn't actually work.
Hold on, I know there's one more command where we can actually see. There's a show host. So if we do show host, now we're able to kind of like see all the information that we got. Seems like this is like Cypress's server as well. These are all vectors of attack. Let's say
Show hosts.
hosts, sorry, with an S at the end. The command is up there as you can see it now. But yeah, now, literally, imagine if they said, hey, hiring you for a pen test I want you to attack njit.edu, you know, anything that's public facing. You know, you're probably just gonna look on their website, right? But now, once you're doing this recon, now I have how many? Like 502. 501, I think one of them are ours.
Yeah.
Vectors of attack, you know. Now you can actually like maybe run some commands, have like some scripts as well to filter through these. Maybe you have some automated vulnerability scanning as well, which we'll go over in another week. Now your scope is way larger.
Yeah.
This is why we do recon.
It's the legal aspect of that. You don't want to go outside of scope.
Exactly.
Type show hosts and
A lot of these are just DHCP stuff, but you know, some Cypress servers, some VPN.
we just put show host and GT.edu.
If you type in, just show hosts
After you ran it.
after you ran the command. If you type in, did you already run the API already? Did you type in run? After you already added the domains and everything like that, then you'll see a bunch of stuff popping on your page.
Oh,
All right, no problem. I'll help him out real quick. You can take
So now, you want to do show info next, right?
well, no, show info, that's just gonna show us like what the module does.
Yeah. Again, right here. But I think the next thing that we're going to go through was Nmap. Or to add or delete domains, things like that. If I'm remembering correctly. Has anyone used Nmap before?
I only just like,
Cool.
like script kidding nonsense.
That's fair. What do you know about it?
Basic stuff.
Yeah, like they allow you to scan the scanme.nmap.org. If you scan it, it'll show you vulnerable SSH keys.
Yeah.
So last week with the CTF, there was a server I scanned on the CTF and it showed the vulnerable SSH key there.
Nice. By the way, like most things, if you're trying to do like any command in Linux, you're not really sure what it is. You can use man first, which is manual, and then the command. More often than not, it'll show up. If it doesn't, just Google it. And it'll pop up, but we can see Nmap. That's what we're going to use now. I think we're done, right? With the other one?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different modules that Recon NG has. Feel free to look at, I'm pretty sure there's documentation online for it as well. There's a bunch of different things you can do with it. Right there, we just look for different domains, you know, for that specific host.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many different things you can do with Recon NG, different modules that they have in there, and you could really like get a lot of information from it. So.
All right. So we're going to use Nmap. But I'm going to go up here and I'm just going to take this one. Just because this is part of the recon. You're gathering the info. Let's say we want to try to get into this VPN. So we're going to go into Nmap. And a good useful thing here is attack capital P, N, which is going to kind of force it because most sysadmins might like not allow it.
I would probably
fine.
not. Everybody, please do not run.
Don't run the same
this
one.
Nmap.
Use like 8.8.8.
Yes, run an Nmap on like Google or
Yeah.
something like that. Do not run it on this IP that we're putting.
Yeah, 8.8.8.
Why?
Just because that it's going to be a lot of things at the school and they're going to freak out.
Okay, so
Sorry, Ian.
443 is open on 888 and 53
So we do dash
TCP is open.
8.8.8.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, do
Just like that, but
8.8.
instead of the numbers, put 8.8.8,
Yes. 8.8.8.
3 dots, 4 eights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember,
there.
I will say it one more time. Do not use the same IP address that we're putting up there. Use 8.8.8.
Yeah.
We use like a different IP address eventually or no? That's
No,
we
just
security issue.
use 8.8.8 or use our website.
Yeah.
As well. You guys did it. You know, you guys should know by now how to, you know, get our IP and everything like that. You can do our website, but I prefer not to have everybody just nmapping NGIT. That's how you go to jail.
Yeah.
Question, oh wait, there's a lot of ports
Yeah.
open here.
There are.
995, 993, TCP,
This
For
is
where?
8.8.8.
565. This is
All right.
888.
The other thing we're going to do while we're waiting for Nmap to return results, because it can take a while, especially if the school's like, oh no, what's happening and blocking, we're going to run Dirtbuster. Some people asked about Durbuster last time, like why not just use it for everything? And it's because on CTFs, that's how you get banned. You'll break the infrastructure. Don't use this on the school at all. Like that's a bad idea. That you don't get in trouble. Reminder of everything we show in here, use with like a grain of salt. Like don't use it against the school. Don't use it for malicious things. We have the AUP for a reason. Be good, not bad. But you can definitely do it on us if you want. So for here, you type in Durbuster and it should start like that. And we are going to say njticc.com because that's our website. And then select pure brute force unless you have a list of things that you want to go through, which we don't. And then try to see what pops up.
Yeah, this single-handedly destroys CTFs, by the way, because you know people don't really want to solve the challenges, so they're like, you know, let me just use Durbuster.
Yeah,
Brute force everything.
but you can see this is what we got.
What does it exactly do?
It's looking for directories and stuff that exist or
Hey.
issues.
On Nmap, I actually configured this look
For which one?
Yeah.
for our website. And
Yeah,
I found a lot of.
yeah. On ours, you will find things. I'm actually going to cancel the
Oh yeah, there we go.
nmap-pn. Yeah, that's because we're literally transferring things.
Oh yeah.
No. You would still need the fingerprint to get into it. You need our special key to actually access that currently. But again, using just us as an example, hopefully that's better. This whole was kind
It should
of,
be quicker, I think.
yeah, shutting down. But on this case, this is what Durbuster did. It's finding any directory. You can do directory traversal if someone didn't properly set up like their server. And I don't know, if they had images open, now you can scan through everything. I actually have an example of that, but I'm gonna have to pull it up on another screen because it's government. But, anyone have questions?
What's the command? Durbuster.
Yeah.
Damage is just, for example, for CTF, it's kind of such a good way to just find the answer instead of actually doing
Yeah,
something.
exactly. For example, if I have like a web, what's it called, a website or whatever, I'm trying to hide a specific directory, I want to get them to be able to like, you know, actually find where to go through, you know,
This
other
one.
means. Yeah, go to they can brute force it, they have no time after the entire website. And it's sending a bunch of requests. Imagine if like all of us need to
And
if brute force is sending requests to, you know, the server, it's gonna be a huge load on it. So that's why we really kill CTFs in that way, in terms of like, you know, the actual server infrastructure having to deal with this. Usually, and also if you're doing like a pen test as well, you probably, like depending on what it is, you probably wouldn't use Durbuster anyways.
Thank you.
Just because like it's loud. You're not gonna, like for example, if I'm doing a red team assessment, you know, I don't want them to actually detect me, you know, or if I'm actually breaking into someone's website. I'm not gonna really use Durbuster to get that. So like, it would be kind of a waste of time, but it is something that's used a lot, especially in like, you know, CTF and stuff, which is not supposed to, but it's definitely still used regardless.
Yeah. Think about it like if you were breaking into a house, do you want to kick open the front door or do you want to sneak in the back? Or have them open it for you?
Exactly.
You wait for them to for them to open, then you break it.
Yeah.
You wait for them to open, say you're some guy and you try to.
You know what happens if it's like a security alarm thing, because you open it and ignore, like the alarm just goes off.
All right, we are done on this part, right? Anything else to show here or no?
Nothing crazy, but I mean, like if you guys are using Nmap, feel free to use it on our website since you'll probably get the results quicker. I don't really have an issue with it. Honestly,
break
don't do it
us.
for this meeting, please. Don't do it like every single day. Then we'll have to look at it, but feel free to, you know,
Yeah.
test it on our site, or I believe if you use Google.com, you should be okay.
Do it on Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Sorry. If anyone's a Bezos stan. All right, cool. I'm still looking for that one government site that I found that was like left their index open. They had old files from the electromagnetic spectrum where they were taking stuff from Russia. It was really cool to read. Anyway, all right. Now into application of other data. We talked about like Jordan was saying it's very loud to do Dirtbuster, right? And if you're trying to hack in, like, maybe don't do it that way. I'm gonna leave. NICC shut down my machine, right? But we have other stuff, wherever it might be. Trying to find the screen that we were on. All right. So when we were doing stuff last time, we kind of asked each other to like look up each other, right? Try to do some digging. How would you use that against a company like, let's say Yelp? I used to work here. Everybody shares their code online. Some do it purposefully, like Yelp, and whatever, they want to be more open to people so they can see. But Jordani, you raised a really cool thing. Is everyone familiar with GitHub first? Yeah? All right. Code repo. It's where you're storing your code and people can work on it collaboratively. We use it here at NICC. Most classes will introduce you to it at one point, but this is literally like Yelp. One of the top 10 internet companies in the country or world is using this. And you can tell them about their issues. So some of this is innocuous, right? We're like, oh, okay, this is not working. We didn't have documentation. This isn't working. But where were we? We saw something right here. We know how they test and on which port. We didn't need to go dirt busting. We didn't need to use Nmap. They told us. They listen on port 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably not actually the port number, by the way. But like some companies do that. And you can just find this by going to GitHub and looking up Yelp and Pasta, their name, it's got 2 A's. Cool, so now you know how to go. And that's just one way in. If you're doing penetration testing on Yelp, it's there. Or, I don't know, what's another company we can look up that might have code online? No, Google's probably not gonna use this at all. Like, they're not, maybe.
Apple actually uses,
We'll look up the NSA.
I think you can type open source
Oh,
Apple.
you're looking at.
Yeah, Yelp, Pasta only.
I don't know if we're gonna find anything to use, but you never know.
But they do have stuff here. NSA cybersecurity, yeah. Cool. So we can find this. Now, they're not going to post anything, because at least I would hope they wouldn't post anything. But we can see their repos, we can see what they're doing, and actually learn from them, which is kind of cool. And you can kind of dig in. Let's hardware. Y'all are here and you're just chilling, but we can look, and we can see that they do post issues. Now, hopefully they're not doing anything crazy. They're not. They're saying, okay, security guidance, citation needed, nothing insane. But you could do it against other companies and see what's happening, or they could do it against you. So make that mindful when you're posting on GitHub. Don't post like that. Another way. We're talking about career fairs next week. So with career fair coming up next week, a lot of people will start getting new jobs and telling everybody about them. That's Jonathan Weissman, by the way. He writes a lot of our textbooks in IT. Cool. Apparently he broke both of his hands. Did what? I have no idea. He always posts memes. Anyway. But when your friends get new jobs, they will often post about them. Maybe not so much in cybersecurity, but they will. And they'll say, oh, I just started as a account executive. They're in sales working somewhere. I'm going to see if I have any friends who, one friend got laid off. All right, so he might get a new job, and I can say, hey, I know that you just started at this company, and I can dig in from that way. Or I can dig in another way. I can know which companies he was at and try to look into whatever website. I can dig into their email. So let's say hunter.io. I use this all the time in sales. I want to email people, but I didn't have their email addresses. So I just looked it up. I worked at this company, Airbase. Maybe it was airbase.io. I'm probably getting their website wrong. Didn't work there too long, but.
It's airbase.io.
Yeah. So I can tell you that some of these are accurate. And cool. You can make an educated guess comparing this to LinkedIn. Or you can sign up and get their emails because it's out there. And then you're sending them an email saying, hey, it's me, the CEO. Can you send me some gift cards? I'm in a meeting. Please, they must be iTunes gift cards. These are real things, by the way. That's the CEO, his email. Those are real scams that happen in companies, by the way. You'll get an email saying, hey, it's me. I'm in a meeting with a client and I need like $5,000 worth of gift cards. Can you get them and send me the codes? And people fall for it. I got one of those when I was in a meeting with not the CEO, a different one. And I was like, hey, Rahul, do you need to send me $5,000 in gift cards? Because I can buy them for myself if you want, if you're going to expense it. But it happens. Similar to like we get phishing attempts where someone's like, I have a job on campus. It's $500 a week. Just send me your social security number.
But if it's not at njt.edu, then you know it's like outside the-
Yeah. Even if it's coming from njit.edu, it might not actually.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can spoof that.
Like even at the company that I worked with, like the first week I was there, on new company email, got like some phishing attempt trying to get my phone number. It's supposedly the CEO of the company, and I messaged him. I'm like, yeah, I think this is a phishing attempt to take my phone number for some reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they'll come at you quick. I'm pretty sure they have bots like scanning these email addresses, just
All the time.
sending emails to any new user and saving fine. So,
But here's another good thing that you can do with this. If you are going to the career fair, know who you're going to speak with and know what they've been doing and know who you're going to talk to. So I'm going to pull up, just because I already used this company, I'm going to pull up Tejo. He was the CEO of Airbase. So I'm going to pull up Tejo's account. This is him. I can look and I say, all right, Tejo, what were you up to? And if I'm going to speak with Tejo, I know he's going to be here. Maybe he was posting about it on LinkedIn. Didn't mean to do that. Hate this laptop. I can see, all right, what did he just do? He's welcoming somebody to the team. Hey, Justin, cool. Someone else got congratulated. I can mention that. If he was posting, like some of my friends are posting about different things that they're doing, and I might interview with them, I can say, hey, how was skiing? Not to be crude about cybersecurity, I saw that he went skiing last week. Or one of my friends is really big person in sales, and he's getting married, and so much so that he put his like sales nickname on his yarmulke. I'm gonna show it.
dedication.
Yeah, I think if I were marrying him, I would not be happy about that, personally. But you can do that. You can literally say, like, hey, I want this to be done, and you can talk to people about it. Or don't be weird, just say, obviously I did my research. I saw that you also went to NJIT. Tell me about your experience here. In any type of interview, you want to ask them some questions. Some about the company, some about themselves, some that shows that you care enough that you did research before talking to them. Most of the time when you're hiring somebody, you're hiring someone not just because of the skills, but because you actually can work with them. I've been on the other side of this where you hire people and you don't want to hire someone that sucks to work with. Like, just to be very transparent, even if they're great. Forgot how he changed his name. I'm going to pull him up on the side and then bring him over. But that's how we would use this. If you wanted to try and, side door approach, not kick in the front door, not even sneak in through the back, email somebody. Pretend to know them. Like, that's one way for penetration testing, because people are vulnerable. That's it. And you say, hey, how would I do this? How would I, there we go. How would I, do anything, or pretending to be someone, and then they give you a password because they trust you for some reason. And that's how you would do it. This is all cybersecurity. It is a very important thing to get to know. That's why we start with OSINT. You don't need a lot of experience. You do not need coding skills. You don't need technical skills. You just need LinkedIn and Google to do all that. Hey, what's up? Iceland, yeah, still us. But get your LinkedIn's up. We brought this up also for the reason of we're now on LinkedIn, because like everybody else does it. Sorry, Tejo, if you ever see this, I didn't mean, whatever. Probably won't. We're on LinkedIn. So if you want to go ahead and add yourself or follow us, whatever, we're all part of something really cool here. There is no real national cybersecurity club. There's not. But we're starting a really cool one here at NJIT, and you can tell people you were one of the first members here. We just started last semester. So do that. Join. Mark it up. People love to see that type of stuff. And I'm looking for the yarmulke post just before we start going into individualized resume stuff. Wow, he posts so much. So just look up NJIT Information Cybersecurity Club.
me.
So now you're not even find it?
Okay, I think it's capital I and
Yeah, capital I.
capital C.
I thought we had a special link for it too.
Share page?
Yeah.
And,
Alright, I'm just gonna post the link over here in resources. Where's the mouse?
it's on the.
I got it. That's a large screen. Yeah, no, NJTICC. And that's all. Cool. I know today was a little bit more like technical, but sometimes you do have to do that. Any questions? Anybody want to see something different? Here we go.
And also, if you guys do want to try this on your own time, I suggest going on maybe websites like HackerOne, different bug bounty websites. If you guys aren't familiar with them, I'll post them in resources as well. Make sure you really look over the scope as well. Make sure you're only using these like Nmap and all that on sites that are in scope. So if you really want to test this stuff out in like the actual world, you know, those are places you can go to. HackerOne. No, there's a bunch of different bug bounty sites.
Yeah.
You actually, on our website, you actually provided a list of sources, like learning sources.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you go to our site, this is the other thing, like obviously stuff gets updated. People have been asking for this, so resources, thank you, Josie, for getting this, and Jordani for getting it all up, adding stuff to it. If y'all find a resource, share it. We're all still learning. Also, if you're just coming in or if you haven't done it already, in the Discord, just because like it's kind of being bad to scan in right now, just ping into that channel, your UC ID. I'll delete the channel after we add everything. We can't track attendance right now, but it's super important for us to do so. All right. Yeah. Also, last plug, NCAE is the 18th, 10 days away. If you want to do it, Rocco, sign up. I'm staring at you, Rocco, sign up. NCAE Cyber Games is a big thing for the school. It'd be really good for us to show up and just really kick butt at it. Yeah, I'll pull it up over so y'all can see. We can have as many teams as we want, but we have to fill up a team of 10 first. So, I think I'm already logged in now. It's gonna make me, hopefully, yeah, reload, done. And that's it. So I can see my team management. We've got, I think, 5 of us in here so far, which is dope. Sign up. In order to do so, ncaecybergames.org, register, and then you'll have to send me your email so I can add you to the team manually.
You don't have to physically go there as a virtual.
No, it's virtual. Yeah, we don't do most CTF stuff isn't in person except for Jersey CTF. That's encouraged to be in person because it's here, and we're all here.
Also, we also need to like make a meetup spot, like
Yeah.
for every day while the thing is there. If anybody needs to collaborate while we're,
Yeah.
you know, so.
But this is our big game. Is the 18th. All these events really matter. We're gonna stand up as a school. Like we're gonna start showing up. That's how.
How long is the event? 24 hours?
I don't know exactly. Do you know?
I have no idea either.
Let's check the FAQ.
Because I know there's like, the opposite broken straight to United States into different categories.
9 a.m. We start, but it doesn't say. Registration ends 9 days before the event date, so like, hey, today's the last day. Sorry, that was loud.
Where do I get to join the team?
Well, you have to register on the site first, then in that Discord channel, or just ping me directly, like message me directly in Discord and tell me what it is. Again, it doesn't matter.
SSSSS340 invited you to join.
I didn't invite you to join
No,
anything.
that is the NCAE Discord.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, we've got other things that we're working on. Again, it's 10 members per team. Each school can have as many, so we are the school. Do it. Yeah, it's not saying how long.
What about else? Is there, it's a competition maybe or something there?
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing because now we're going into resume stuff and like, unless y'all want me to show you like a very plain old resume that I'm gonna use or anything else like that. Does anyone want to see how to set up a resume or LinkedIn? Because I'm happy to do it. I don't care. But I figured most people want it individual. All right. If you do, just let me know. Yeah, it doesn't say anything, but there's money that could be involved if we win. Giancarlo? On the... Yeah, it might be 24 hours. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. I feel like that's how this club goes. We just do it. And then hopefully we do well. But it looks good to do it, even if like you're not placing first. We're just doing stuff and learning. I feel like that's like the most important part of a CTF. Cool. All right. Stopping the